These lights are bright. Maybe a little bit too bright. You're probably wondering, isn't more brightness a good thing? But hear me out, because...
Dude, what are you doing in my room? Are you wearing my hat?
Morty? What? You're alive?
What the fuck are you talking about? Of course I'm alive. Why shouldn't I?
But in the last video you...
Bro, I have a time machine. Remember? If you don't know what the hell is going on here either, check out my last video, because today we're gonna talk about the lights we used.
What?
What do this, and this shot have in common? Well, they were all lit using these bright, compact, battery-powered lights that cost under 200 bucks each. For the past few projects I've been testing out these lights sent to me by ZHIYUN, the FIVERAY M20C and the CINEPEER CX100. Both are very powerful and allow you to do some crazy things, but there are also a few things that I wish ZHIYUN could improve, especially them being so goddamn bright. But more on that later, let's start with the pros. They are both very affordable, with $160 for the 20W RGB light and $180 for the 100W bicolor light. They are tiny and battery powered, which is pretty crazy honestly, but has its limitations, which we're gonna come to in a second. The 20W light comes with a lot of accessories like a magnetic cage, a diffuser, a grid and even barn doors. I mean, when was the last time you've seen barn doors on a compact battery powered LED light? And last but not least, the output is insane, which is both a good and a bad thing, so let's talk about the cons. Pretty much all the pros come with some sort of drawback, like the low price will show in a cheaply made feel. Especially on the 100W, these dials feel like I'm gonna break them anytime I touch them. Also, it's just way too complicated to just simply turn it on. Then the battery, sure. It's nice that it's battery powered, but the battery won't hold a charge for an hour on either of these lights, no matter what you set them to. And this brings us to the issue I have with the brightness. You can't really dim them down. I mean, sure, you can, but even on 1%, it's just barely lower in brightness than on 100%. And this really limits the way you can control and shape the light to your needs. This really is more of an issue with the CINEPEER CX100. I really like all the options you have to shape the light on the FIVERAY M20C. But because of these drawbacks, using these lights on my last project was kind of a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it really came in handy to just be able to quickly put these lights in a corner, have RGB control and shape the light just how I wanted. On the other hand, working with them wasn't as easy as I expected. The battery died quickly. I had to find the right cable and power brick combo for them to run on an outlet, and I couldn't dim them down as much as I wanted to. I mean, in the end it all worked out, and I think for someone who's just getting started, especially the M20C is a very interesting light to just get going. You just have to be aware of the limitations. For me personally, I would probably want to work with something a bit more reliable. But yeah, you can't forget that these are just super powerful lights for under 200 bucks that you can use anywhere, even if you don't have access to power. So I think it's a pretty fair deal. But because they're so bright, it makes it pretty hard to hide from people who want to kill you over some lenses. So I'm currently hiding in and I think I might have found a solution to my problem, but more on that in the next video. So subscribe, stay tuned, and I'm gonna see you then. Bye.